Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library and I have a box of, I think it's all new fiction. But first, to start out, I have a DVD, just one, Lisa Frankenstein, starring Katherine Newton and Cole Sprouse. I have no idea. I don't really know the backstory behind this and I have no idea what this cover means. So a coming of rage love story from acclaimed writer Diablo Cody. Oh, I've heard of Diablo Cody. They did Jennifer's Body, a misunderstood teenager and her high school crush who happens to be a handsome corpse. I mean, honestly, this looks like something that was made like in the 80s, but I guess, oh, look, it says resurrecting the 80s. So that's fun. That seems like a fun idea. Definitely different from a lot of stuff that comes through. We have two audiobooks real quick. Stuart Wood's Smolder by Brett Battles. Sounds like a pen name. And we have Familiaris, the audiobook. We're getting the regular book as well. It's by David Wroblewski, who wrote the story of Edgar Sawtelle, which was just like super popular about 10 years ago. It's really been a while, even maybe a little longer than that. So that was super, super popular. And so now he has finally read another book. It is long. You can see they've had to do the double case thing for the discs. But I think people will appreciate it anyway because they loved that first one so much. So we have Lucy Foley, The Midnight Feast, a novel. This is on my to-read list. I'm a big Lucy Foley fan, similar to Ruth Ware, maybe. A delicious, twisty murder mystery set at a luxe coastal retreat where the beautiful setting hides the rot within. Oh my gosh, I'm in. Oh my gosh, and there's an infinity pool, an ancient forest, local community. I can't wait to read it. I'm excited. Jack Carr, Red Sky Mourning. This is a thriller, and he wrote some other stuff. Only the Dead. So, yes. So this is James Reese, who is his main character. We have The Final Act of Juliette Willoughby by Ellery Lloyd, who wrote The Club. I can remember that coming through the library, but I can't really remember anything about it. But this is so it's maybe two timelines. 1938 runaway heiress artist Juliette Willoughby, that's a great name, perished in an accidental studio fire in Paris. And then 50 years later, two Cambridge art history students are confounded when they stumble upon proof that the fire was no accident, but something more sinister. And somehow it's connected to a murder in present day Dubai. So a lot going on. I'm intrigued. Mistakes We Never Made by Hannah Brown. Aw, I think this is like a romancy. So he says it's irrepressibly funny. Two frenemies on the verge of making the biggest mistake. So his friends almost dated in high school. Then they have a mutual friend getting married, and yes. And then the bride goes missing. Oh my gosh, that all sounds fun. I'm wanting to read all the books today. Sandwich, a novel by Catherine Newman. Blurbs by Ann Patchett. That's a good person to have blurbing. So Catherine Newman previously wrote We All Want Impossible Things. It's a summer vacation full of secrets, lunch, and learning to let go. So they go to Cape Cod every summer, so that's local interest. And then it sounds like the main character is now hitting menopause. Her kids are half grown up, her body is changing, and a chain of events sends her into the past. I think when I read Sandwich, I thought Sandwich, isn't there a town named Sandwich? But I guess maybe it's Sandwich like the lunch. Like that's what it said in the blurb, is that they have lunch. Same as It Ever Was by Claire Lombardo. Sort of a fun, like, cover with the neighborhood, a youth. So the main character has had a youth marked by upheaval. And then she's in the placid plateau of midlife. I love that phrase. Uh, Then there's a surprise announcement from her straight arrow son of an impending separation. Oh, a surprise announcement from her straight arrow son. And so, I'm not really sure what's going on. I think she's just like, she was in a plateau and then everything starts getting a little scary again. Or not scary, but like dramatic. Midlife drama. Seems like we've got a couple with midlife drama, which is fine with me. Nicholls, you are here. So this is the author of One Day, blurbed by Matt Haig. So Michael is coming adrift after his wife's departure. He's taking himself on long solitary walks. And then we have Marnie, who's hiding alone in a London apartment, and she is avoiding any reminder of her ex-husband. And they get thrown together on the most epic of hikes. So it sounds like a little, definitely a romance thing going on, but it's definitely not like got the romance look to it. So I would think it may be a little more on the introspective side. That would be my guess. We have a new Peter Swanson, building a name for himself as one of a popular new murder mystery novelist. This one says, "No murder is by the book. Oh, librarians, always causing trouble. A newlywed librarian begins to suspect the man she married is a murderer." Ooh, oh my gosh. So, right. So she planned to live her life alone. She met someone charming, married him, and then tracks, starts tracing, and maybe he murdered a whole bunch of people. Though I would kind of guess that maybe he did murder a whole bunch of people because usually there's a twist and they wouldn't just tell you. But who knows? Pro Talk. This is by Eileen Garvin, who wrote The Music of Bees. Wild hope, healing, friendship amidst the wild natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest. So one of the characters is a lonely ornithologist, and the other one is a Irish musician. She's raising her 5-year-old son who does not speak. And then there's a community of summer homes. So this one seems like it might have a romantic element, but also like, again, a little more on the introspective side. We've got 4 more books. Women and Children First, by Alina Grabowski. This one's blurbed by Ellen Hildebrand. Oh, interesting. This is interesting because that's kind of like a little bit of a forbidding title. And then also this branding does not really match the sort of look of Ellen Hildebrand's book. So it's interesting that she's the blurb, although her earlier books were darker. So a gripping literary puzzle that unwinds the private lives of 10 women as they confront tragedy in a small Massachusetts town. Maybe that's why they got the Ellen Hildebrand connection. Wow, but this sounds much darker. So a bright young woman dies at a house party. So that's the circumstances about her death are unclear, and so it goes into all these different characters and what happened. Says exploring womanhood, class, sexuality, ambition, disappointment, and tragedy. Oops, that's okay. We have a new Sarah Perry who wrote The Essex Serpent. This is called Enlightenment. The Essex Serpent, I think I listened to it on audio. It was really beautifully written, kind of heartbreaking. So this is a story of love and astronomy. It's historical fiction, but it doesn't say what year. I think it's historical fiction. I guess maybe am I just assuming it's historical fiction? So no. It says it's literary fiction. So maybe it's contemporary. So the characters have lived all their lives in small Essex town. Oh, the partners, they're married, it sounds like, but they're 30 years apart. And then the husband develops an obsession with a vanished 19th century astronomer. And then the wife moves to London. I can't tell if they're the romantic partnership or if they have other ones. Anyways, I think it's just sort of tying in life and astronomy and what it all means. Two more. We have a little mass market paper book. I love this. Perfect for travel. Just in time. Heather Graham, Death Behind Every Door, The Blackbird Files. So this is a series, but I think it's the first one in a new series by her. FBI Special Agent Luke Kendrick. Dozens of victims at a crime scene in London. Ooh. And then huh. So yeah, got to figure that out. Wow, lots of stuff going on there. And this summer will be different. Carley Fortune. Yes, a beach read. We didn't go through the whole box without a beach read. Um, you can see the beach on the cover. That's how we know. Um, this summer will be different. So Lucy's a tourist vacationing on Prince Edward Island. Felix is a local who shows her a very good time, but he is also her best friend's younger brother. But so they can't be together. Which I have to say, wait, why is that? I don't know. We'll just assume they can't be together and they have a wonderful time, but then they can't be together. And then every year she goes back to Prince Edward Island and every year she ends up back with Felix, even though she promises herself they won't because they can't be together because, again, he's her best friend's younger brother. Uh, Oh my goodness. So, yep, there we are. Looks fun. I see now this is the reddish beach. It's because they're on Prince Edward Island and they have the red sand there. So, that's my box. I'm excited to read a whole bunch of these and I hope that you are too.